What the fuck is sleep? I don't even know what that is. Just pull me up over that tree. Hold up and watch that bitch feed.
Shout out What Sleep TV, man. What Sleep TV? Ain't no sleep, motherfucker.
So when you mentioned the point 10 cent or whatever, you talking about how much they pay for stream? How they pay for stream?
Mm-hmm.
How much?
I don't know the number specifically, but I'll put it to you like this. I read a quote earlier where Snoop Dogg was saying he talked to his manager and I think he had something like a total of 1 billion streams, or maybe he had 1 billion streams on something. I can't remember. And he said that only amounted to 45,000.
Spotify, where I got 1 billion streams, right? My publisher hit me. I said, break that down. How much money is that? That shit wasn't even $45,000.
That makes I think where in the math does that even remotely make sense? 1 billion streams equals $45,000.
That's crazy.
You know, and like if you just doing the math on that, like it's heartbreaking, you know, and it's just one of those things that need to be changed, and I don't know how we go about it. Of course, I'm independent, so it's already tough as shit as is, and you mean to tell me I gotta fight this big ass machine who kind of want to be stuck in their new old ways, you know. It just makes for an uphill climb, but I just love it so much, and I'm so about just providing a different perspective through like a different lens, even though I'm sure people can relate that, you know, I won't stop until I get what I deserve, and I also feel like things start to like naturally change so that people like me, or people that look like me, sound like me, whatever, people that, you know, feel like they getting the short end of the stick somehow wind up on top somehow, you know. And I think that's just life in general. Like everybody got an underdog story. Everybody's been counted out, but you know, it's all about how you know, fight back when you're on the ropes. And for a second, it felt like, you know, not necessarily my back was against the wall, but people weren't necessarily, I guess, how do I put this? People weren't just thinking about, people weren't thinking about something other than themselves. And I kind of got to a point where it's like, okay, man, fuck this. Like, I know I'm cold. I know I can do what I can do. And I think eventually, you know, what I'm doing will come back to me tenfold. But right now, I just kind of need to get these things off my chest, and hopefully somebody can like understand that frustration of like, okay, I'm in that uphill battle with you. I'm in that uphill climb with you. We gonna find a way to get what we need in order to live the life that we want. And that's really, that's all life is about, you know, anyway, doing what you ought to do so you can do what you want to do, you know. And that be the hard part sometimes, is like getting your own desires and pleasures out the way and just focusing on the main thing. But once we start doing that, I think ultimately we get it back. But to the point of the streaming and the numbers we was talking about, that's just such a battle that it's kind of like watching racism die. Like, it'll be way past like our livelihoods and maybe even like the next generation's livelihood. But you know, we got people really, you know, we got people like really doing their best and their hardest to change the tide. Mm-hmm. Hopefully while I'm sitting around, I get a chance to, you know, get into that dough and get into them offices, I get a chance to, you know, do something that starts regulating more money for independent artists. Hell, just for regular artists. There's no way Snoop Dogg, and of course Snoop Dogg's get plenty of money. I'm sure, well, he probably is complaining because it's like, damn, 1 billion, like, I don't care how much I got, 1 billion streams shouldn't equal 45,000. Yeah. You know, so
I think the fact that somebody that we know has that amount of wealth and that's been successful for a long time said that, like, maybe they might pay attention since somebody with that amount of wealth is saying something, because independent artists been saying that.
Yeah.
But for somebody that has seen millions and millions of dollars even say, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, that kind of like,
it's an eye opener.
It's obviously a problem.
It's an eye opener, you know. And so I'm glad he spoke out, realistically.